Over the past 5 years of filming Moment of Truth TV, not only have they been some of the best years of my life, but it's also allowed me to pursue my dream. Here he comes, get ready.
This buck is what dreams are made of, my first full velvet whitetail.
Making amazing, unforgettable memories with my dad, grandpa, friends, and girlfriend that are absolutely priceless. All within a special place I'm blessed to enjoy, the great outdoors. All this has led us to one of our greatest seasons yet. Welcome to the best moments of Season 5.
He is an absolute gorgeous 10-point.
Was that incredible?
What was that?
Amazing shot, babe. You crushed him. My name is Mitchell Payment. I started tagging along with my dad to go hunting basically since I learned to walk. I grew up living the outdoor lifestyle, learning from my dad and any hunting video I could get my hands on as a kid. Once I turned 12, the legal age to hunt, we started taking things more serious than ever, working hard and learning through experience to better our odds to fold our tags on the animals we are pursuing. It has helped us grow into who we are now. Welcome to Season 5 of Moment of Truth TV.
I just killed the bull of my dreams. Smoked him. This buck is what dreams are made of.
Oh my God.
Yes!
I'm at a loss for words.
Oh, he's so nice in return.
He is such an awesome buck. I crushed him, man. That was unbelievable.
The start of this year and hunting season wasn't like any other. Having another amazing spring bear hunting trip planned with our friends at MOA Outfitters that we looked forward to all winter long came to a screeching halt when COVID-19 took the world by storm. Luckily for us, our bear season didn't end there. Rather, it sparked new adventures and possibilities. We got to explore new areas, setting up our own baits, and also got to experience some bear hunting action with our good friend Mark White, who was kind enough to invite us down to hunt his established bait.
Well, it's May 27th. We're getting ready to go in for the sit. We're with Antler Impact, Mark White. He's got a heck of a bait here. We're gonna head in there and see what happens. Hopefully slam a giant.
After settling into the stands and just enjoying nature as the time passed, we caught a glimpse of black coming through the foliage right in our direction. Seeing this young bear commit to the bait was awesome to watch and kick-started the action for the night as we could hear movement back in the bush coming our way.
Man, I'm speechless. You know what? We worked so hard for bears this year, and this guy came in, he fed, and finally presented, an absolute perfect shot, and I took it. broken my brand new Prime Black 3. And I mean, that victory arrow absolutely crushed him. Tipped with a G5 M3 Montec, and he didn't go 50 yards. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it, bud. He's gorgeous. Well, guys, here's my 2020 black bear. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. That is the most gorgeous V I've ever seen on a bear, me personally. I couldn't be any more excited. This is the best way to kick off season 5. So thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this hunt, and stay tuned for another episode on Moment of Truth TV.
Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by RV City, generations of family fun. Ole Smokes Coffee, coffee for the courageous. iHunter app, know your regs inside and out. Black Widow Deer Lures, #1 whitetail estrus and deer scents. Tacticam, share your hunt. Sights and Arms, your firearm specialists. And by Prime Archery, the most accurate bows on the planet. This segment is brought to you by Black Widow Deer Lures and Scents, #1 whitetail doe estrus and deer scents. It's simple, they work. For our next hunt, we had whitetails on our brain. After a summer full of scouting and preparation, we ended up patterning a group of bucks that were showing killable signs early season, and with lots of anticipation, we were heading in on opening day. As the time passed, with the wind calming down and the sun beginning to set, I could hear movement coming up from the bush. There it was, a beautiful velvet rack coming through the thick foliage. It was the old heavy 10 in all his glory. Guys, I've never killed a deer on opening day, and I think we just did it. The prime bow crushed him, and that G5 Montec zipped right through him. I was shaking so bad because I was cold, and he just had me going. Oh, yes. That's a heavy old 10 point we've had on camera. He was one of the 2 that we were gonna shoot in here. I just love bow hunting. This plan just came together so well. Well, everyone, here he is. We got him out of the bush and out of the corner, and he is an absolute gorgeous 10 point with wicked mass, full velvet rack, and I'm so proud of this buck, and I couldn't think of a better way to kick off our 2020 big game season. So thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoyed this hunt as much as we did making it. With a great start to bow season, we found ourselves heading to the prairies of Alberta to hopefully keep the momentum going. On the first morning of our hunt, surprisingly, our mule deer turned into an elk hunt as I put a beautiful bull elk to bed. After sneaking in to within 150 yards and letting out a few cow chirps, this bull came bugling in on a string. Unfortunately, hitting a solid bone and getting no penetration, we watched this bull walk miles out of our life, and was a very tough start to our trip. Getting back in the swing of mule deer, we seen some great bucks and put on some stalks where we got very close, but unfortunately never got to release an arrow.
My throat is so dry. This country's pretty unforgiving.
Feeling pretty beat up and skin burnt, having multiple muley bucks bedded up in the hills, on a plus 30 Celsius day, we decided to sit at the closest watering hole in hopes a shooter would come for a drink. After getting settled in and the sun began to set, I couldn't believe my eyes when I caught velvet tines coming down the pipe, and one looked to be good. With the little bucks starting to move out in front of us, I caught glimpses of a bigger rack behind the grass. When there stepped out a beautiful full velvet buck.
Was it good? Look at the blood pumping, Dad. Look at the blood pumping. He just piled up. He's dead just like that.
You're kidding.
He's down right there. Oh, he's down. The last few days we've been hunting hard with the elk and now the mule deer and just getting so close but yet so far. And Dad mentioned, you know, the watering hole. There's no water this year. All the slough beds are dry, so we figured we'd come check out this watering hole on the base of the hills, right where we put all these bucks to bed. We came in here, go on the edge of the shrubs, and I seen him coming and with little bucks, and the little bucks got downwind, busted, and he just came walking out, and I just lasered him. Did you see that green laser beam right through the chest at 45 yards? He literally didn't go 60 yards, he just blood spewing. Put it here, Dad, we did it. That was the coolest thing I've ever experienced right there. It's like a red carpet. That G5 Montec M3 absolutely tore him up. Look at that. Oh my gosh, he's wide. Look at that. Flyer off the G2. He's just starting to strip his velvet. I couldn't have asked for a more gorgeous buck. I sent it with the prime. The victory arrow absolutely found its mark, taking out his heart. You know, this place is something else. I get to come down here with my dad and grandpa, and I just sure do not take it for granted. There's nothing cooler, and I can't thank my dad enough. He's busted his butt helping me get this buck. It's just as much his buck as it is mine. Thanks for coming along, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I don't say it enough. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. So, and I hope you enjoyed this hunt for this gorgeous velvet mule deer as much as I did making it. So thanks for watching.
If I'm gonna wear it, it needs to work. It doesn't matter where I go. It doesn't matter what I hunt. Huntworth works. It doesn't matter if the weather's good or bad. Huntworth works. And if Huntworth works for me, it'll work for you and your budget. Any game, any place, anytime, Huntworth works.
This segment is brought to you by the iHunter app. Know your regs, where you're hunting or plan to go, right on your mobile device. The next morning, after percolating some Old Smoke's coffee and having a quick bite to eat, it was time to go check on a waterfowl shoot my grandpa had spotted the day before. Upon arriving to the field, there were already lots of birds down, and with thousands of birds in the air, they were piling into the field flock after flock. Watching all these specklebellies with a prairie sunrise as a backdrop was an absolute thing of beauty, and enough to give you goosebumps. With all the birds now leaving the field, it's time to go get set up for what looks like it should be an amazing evening shoot. It's now time to get our Revolution Arm shotguns and score ammunition ready and wait for the birds to come out.
Did they come in? I don't know if I've ever had specs come in like that.
Oh my God. You hit it.
Let's go.
Are we gonna, Dad? Yeah, go. That guy's hit hard. There you go.
Holy, was that beautiful. Woo! They come in nice.
Oh, he landed. It's okay. Maybe he's right. This one will come right.
Woohoo! Well, I honestly can't think of a better way to kick off our few days in the prairies here. Topped it off with what I'd consider a world-class bird shoot. Grandpa spotted an amazing shoot here.
Thanks, Dad, for spotting
thank you
this
so
one.
much.
Well, it's September 3rd and we're heading to elk country. It's our 4th year chasing elk with no luck so far. That was a conservation call. It's taken us all over the province from northern to southern Alberta with very little to show from it. We've walked hundreds of kilometers and haven't had much of an opportunity yet, but we're hoping this is the year it all comes together and we can end a 4-year quest for the majestic elk. After having an extremely close encounter with a beautiful bull with an unfortunate ending, we continued to persevere.
We're just gonna slip into this alfalfa, get in a bluff, and hopefully an elk comes out.
As it got light, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw a 2x2 spike crossing the field, and with a couple cow chirps, he started coming right in our direction. When I heard him trotting away, I knew I was going to have to make it happen.
Crushed him. I think I crushed him, Dad. The blood's just pumping.
I had to stand up, draw back. I chirped him, he stopped, and I let it fly, and it looked like it hit him right behind the shoulder, maybe a touch low, maybe a touch forward. He went right in behind this bush. We could see the blood run down his side and pumping out, and we haven't seen him leave. And with a significant blood trail, he was down right where we last seen him.
Gosh. That's a lot of emotions running through me right now. I don't even know what to say. I've waited so long for this moment right here. I couldn't be any more thankful to finally lay my hands on a bull elk. Life is good right now and we're on such a good roll.
Good job, Mitch.
How'd it be, Dad? Good filming. That was tough. We got her done.
We got a bull elk.
Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by Revolution Armory, Canada's best custom shotguns. G5 Outdoors, designed to hunt. Burris Optics, find what matters. Reveal Cellular Cameras, always on the hunt. Victory Archery, the carbon arrow experts. And by Score Ammunition, proudly Canadian. This segment is brought to you by Tacticam, the best first-person hunting camera on the market. Made for hunters, by hunters. Share your hunt. This next hunt started off in the prairies where Dad had an archery mule deer tag in his pocket. We were successful in getting close to a nice buck on the first day. Unfortunately, Dad's release went off premature, sailing his arrow wide. The very next morning, we were able to put 2 more bucks to bed in a slough bed, and after sneaking and belly crawling in on them, we found ourselves only 34 yards away. Coming to full draw, Dad getting ready to release the arrow. Unfortunately, he crept on the shaw, putting his arrow just below the deer's heart. Dad's quest for mule deer didn't end there. Keeping tabs on a local herd close to home, after getting a pic sent to us of a nice buck zipping by our Reveal cellular camera, Dad found himself heading into the tower blind solo as I was at Thanksgiving dinner. As the night went on and the sun began to set, the big muley buck stepped out and began to graze his way across the field. Dad made a quick decision to get down out of the tower blind and try to intercept him, when all of a sudden he found himself face to face at 10 yards with this beautiful buck. The buck working downwind and nervous, Dad knew he had to make it happen.
I smoked him. I just smoked a beautiful mule deer. He's gonna go down. Yes! I can't believe it. I think he's gorgeous and I'm just so happy. That was so much fun.
Okay, guys, here he is. Oh my God, what a night.
Congratulations, Dad.
Thanks,
I can't
buddy.
believe it.
Thanks.
Oh, that's what I'd like to call a mule deer roller coaster.
Just 10 days later, we were in the whitetail stand with a couple nice bucks coming by, and Dad had his bow in hand. Having these 2 giant bucks right in Dad's wheelhouse had our hearts pounding, and all we can hope for now is a shot opportunity. After touching the back of lungs and liver, this buck didn't go 60 yards before teetering over.
I think he might go down. Just wait. just went down, bitch. Down. He's down. Get out. He's going right through. Was that incredible or what? Oh my god. We were covered up in giant bugs. Look at this thing. Oh, holy jeepers. I'm so happy with this buck. Okay guys, here he is. Oh my god, I never thought I'd get a whitetail with the bow, because I know how hard it is to do. It is not easy. Mitch, thanks for coming, buddy. I'm so glad you're behind the camera.
You know, that was honestly arguably one of the best nights in the tree stand we've ever had for whitetails.
It's awesome.
Our whitetail season wasn't over, as both Dad and myself had primitive weapon season whitetail buck tags in our pocket.
Crushed him. I'm so thankful right now. It's a great day, put it that way.
You had a good season, Mitch. Amazing season. So good job, buddy.
Thanks, Dad.
Dad found himself in between a hot doe and a nice rutting buck only a few weeks later.
Should I stop him? Yeah.
Mer.
Crushed him, I think. Yeah, I think he just went down. How cool is that? That is whitetail. That's a beautiful buck, and he's down right there.
Okay guys, here he is. He's just amazing. He's got the 6 points and he's just really solid throughout and just a gorgeous buck. Watching him do his thing this morning was just absolutely amazing.
Kaylin was also able to get in on some rutting action of her own in the tower blind at our property.
You absolutely crushed him. He's going down. He's going down. He's going down.
Well, here he is, folks. He is quite the deer. He's got nice dark antlers, and he's just a nice buck. I'm so happy with him.
And to cap off our season, Kaylin's dad took a meat buck for the smoker.
Good shot, buddy. You dropped him.
This fine young fridge guy just decided to help me out and complete my hunting season and 20-year hiatus.
Followed up by Tim of Old Smokes Coffee doing the exact same.
Look at that. Beautiful 3-point whitetail. This is what I call a meat buck. He's gonna be young and tender. He's gonna feed the family. And that's the most important thing I think about hunting is feeding the family.
Absolutely. It's gorgeous. It was a great hunt.
Congratulations, Tim.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
Closed captioning is brought to you by RV City, located in Mornville and Nisku, Alberta.